you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. So this I want to talk about faith, right? Because sometimes I struggle with faith.
Right.
And I feel like you are so strong in faith, and I want to go like, you've lost a couple of kids.
Yeah.
You know, we got auntie and uncle.
Right.
Did your faith waver at all in those moments?
In God, no.
Yeah.
Because God knows what's best for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And He made me strong so I could go through it. I miss my kids, but I know God, it was a reason for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And He took 3 of them. I don't know the reason, but He do. So all I say, I know they in heaven, and one day I'm expecting to see them. It hurts me sometimes when I can't see them, because those 3 were very close to me. And sometimes I think about them. I think about them all the time. I talk to them, they never did. Everybody could say they come to them, but they never have been to me since they died. And sometimes I wish they would, but they don't come and visit me. But my heart, God let me be strong in it. And I continue being strong in it. But I do miss them. They always be in my heart, because I know where they'll be at if they was here.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I know where they'll be at, but I just thank God that He made me stronger, and for the rest of the people that I know, for the rest of the people that I know, I always pray for them. They found me. I ask God to make them strong, and they losses too. Because I know He made me strong. Because if He didn't, I probably would have been gone myself.
Right.
But He got His reason for me to be here.
Right.
So, yes, I have to give it to Him. I give it to God. He know I miss Him.
Yeah.
But He know what was best for them.
Right. And I had to ask, I'm sorry, because
it's okay.
I don't know if you know, like, so my faith has always wavered. Even as a kid, there was a lot of things I couldn't process, because y'all would say pray and do this, but I would always look at things. I'm like, well, everybody praying, but I feel like our family's still going through so much.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to process growing up as a child.
Right.
And I had to, get on my own journey with it. But I don't know if you remember a long time ago, you might not remember this, because your strength is what gives me faith and give me strength.
Right.
But I remember a long time ago, in my late teens or early 20s, it was a guy that started his own limousine company in St. Pete. I think it was called Bryant Limousine.
Yeah.
And he used to look out for me. He used to come to the car wash, and he gave me advice and stuff. And he was the first black person I knew that owned their own business.
Right.
And I looked up to him so much.
Okay.
So when he got killed, I was messed up. This was, I had heard about people now, but I remember I was really messed up, and my faith in God was
shot.
And I remember talking to you about it, and I honestly don't remember what you said, but it made so much sense to me, and it gave me strength in those moments. So even now, ever since then, death doesn't bother me as much as it used to since that conversation you had with me. I wish I could remember the things you said, but it was something that you said that unlocked me and released
I wish I know what I said too.
But it stopped me from having the frustration with God, because I think a lot of times people blame God and they get mad at God for things. But it was in that moment, because one of my best friends died a few years ago, and it was hard, but it wasn't
hard. It would have been. Yeah.
Prior to that conversation you and I had, death hit me differently. And now I'm like, it's a part, you know, it's a part of life. And
right.
like you said,
it's a part of life.
He chose to call them home.
Right.
So,
right.
But I want you to know that it's your strength that makes me stronger. Even when I lost my job recently and everything, you like, keep your faith, God. One of the things you said, you was like, God just want to see what side you gonna go to.
That's what he want to do. And
so it be those words a lot of times, like, cause I be in it.
Right.
Like, I know everybody see me smiling and stuff.
Yeah, but
I be in it.
You have to have that faith in God, because I know he will open that door. Mm-hmm. You will think that door will never be open, but it will. Mm-hmm. It will be open to you. But God want to see where your faith is.
Yeah.
If your faith is strong in him and believe him, because he don't work when we want it.
Right.
He works when he is ready for us.
Right.
And like I said again, when he's ready, he's gonna work for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just have that faith.
Yeah.
Just keep the faith that God will open that door.
Right.
And everything will be all right.
Yeah.
For you. And you know, and it's just like everybody want me to move from here to go back to St. Pete, but God wouldn't have put me up here.
Right.
If he didn't want me up here.
Right.
It's a reason, but I don't know the reason.
Right.
But he knows. So I go along with God. And whatever his reason is, I'm going along with him.
Right.
I'm gonna have that faith. It's a reason why he put me here.
Right.
My belief is stronger because I want to go hit that pearly gates one day. And I want to see my mama, my dad, my auntie, my children. Well, I don't know how it's going to be, whether I know them or not.
Right.
But I will see them.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But that's the way my faith is. And I want you to have faith.
Yeah. And I just wanted to tell you, because like, I think, you know, there's a whole phrase, there's a song that's going on. It was a song that kept going around for a while. Some lady was talking. She was like, I was on drugs and I began to fall and boom, I hit the floor. And then she started singing and she said, but I had a praying grandmother. So, and I think it's funny, but when I look at a lot of things sometimes that happen with the family.
Right.
And things that ways it could go.
Exactly.
It's like you're the monarch that covers the whole family.
Right.
And, you know, even like I said, that day I came, I don't know if you really know, that day I was sitting over here talking about
your
job. So I was really in a rough place.
I know.
But it's that reassurance that you give in your faith. Because like I said, I couldn't see it. I'm like, everybody praying. And my mom joked
with
me.
But you wonder where it's coming from. Okay, that praying, so when it's going to happen to me?
Right.
It's not going to happen right now.
Right.
It's going to happen when God ready for it to happen.
Right.
And it's going to be the right time. Mm-hmm. Right now is not the right time for him.
Right.
But you think, you know, but it got to be his time and not ours.
Right, right.
And it will happen.
Yeah.
And I know it.
But I just wanted to let you know that I think that you're the strength that backs up a lot of us. You know,
I think I tried to be.
I don't think a lot of the family say it, and I think that's in any family. I think that's one of the issues. We don't say thank you, we love you, or we thank you enough until it's too late about those things. But I want to tell you that I recognize that you are like, number one, you're the glue that holds the family together, right?
Thank you.
But number two, I'm aware that your prayers are what keeps us safe. Because as much as I can say, oh, I'm not where I want to be and all of this, Grandma, there's a lot of stuff I almost got hit by a car as a little boy, a semi truck. I fell down some stairs on the church. Remember that big white church over there off of that's across from the ditch you used to always see me running in?
Yeah.
I fell down them steps head first one time. I should have been dead. I used to play in that ditch by them alligators all the time,
and I used to get on you about that.
So that's how
But I know God is watching over you.
Right.
You know, He got you here. We all is here for a reason.
And I think, you know, even some of the boys I grew up with, a lot of people look at me and they don't know what I grew up in and the stuff that I was around.
Exactly.
Like I got friends that's dead.
Yeah.
I got friends that's in prison for life.
Right.
And somehow, even though I grew up with them and I was still in those same circles, somehow I was always maybe like when something bad finna happen, I'm like, I'm gonna go home. Something tells me to go home, and turn around.
And you see,
you know, and so someone would call me. So I remember growing up, I would get called soft or something. I got picked on because I wouldn't do the stuff that they was doing.
And it wasn't right for you to do it.
Yeah.
And God led you out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like all my little friends. All my friends that I've made.
Mm-hmm.
Elton, Miss Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
All my friends is gone. All my friends, all my schoolmates.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my I know all of my schoolmates are gone. That I even have some of my schoolmate pictures.
Right.
And they gone. But God got me here for a reason, and I know He is.
Right.
I don't know how. Every day He wake me up in the morning. I thank Him because He don't have to wake me up.
Right.
And I be thanking Him. So you thank Him every time you do something. Everything that we do, we supposed to thank the Lord for it. Because it is Him.
Mm-hmm.
Not ourselves. We can say it's ourselves, but
Right.
it's not. With me, let me tell you, that's one thing about it I can say. I do not, you know who is my time clock?
Who's that?
God is my time clock.
He wake you up.
He wake me up. Like I have to go to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to go to church, 8 o'clock in the morning. God get me up at 6:30 every Sunday. I get ready to go to church. When they come and pick me up, I be ready. But God is my time clock. Like some people be saying that I have to put on
Your alarm.
the alarm.
Mm-hmm.
God is my alarm. And I'm not, the Lord knows He's my alarm. I ain't never had to put on an alarm. Because God, He gets me.
He wake you up. Grandma, and you said something, I agree. With the alarm clock, because I can't sleep past a certain time to save my life. But you said something a little while ago, people thinking that the things that they're succeeding at or that they're doing well, that it's because of them. It's because of us. And I think that's short-lived when you think like that, because God will take it away to show you that it's not. Because
Amen.
For me, like I think at one point, I was going up the ranks with Walmart. I'm like, I did this.
No,
it's because of me.
It was God.
Right. And then the rug get pulled from up under you. You're like, what's going on?
Because you overstepping His bounds.
Right.
That's Him. It's everything that we do. Everything, every walk we take, every step we take is nothing but God's work. And the older you get, the more you will learn that it's nothing but God's work. It ain't none of us that doing nothing. Nothing for us. God said, don't worry about your bills. Hey.
Now that's hard. Let me tell you, that's where the faith portion be hard for me. Because I don't know, like I heard somebody one time say, I don't worry about it. And then all of a sudden a check popped up and God took care of it. I'd be scared. I think this is the first time I'm probably like,
don't worry
stepping out on faith. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to figure it out. But like that has always been like, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't get it. But it'd be a catch-22 because the Bible also say faith without work is dead.
It's dead.
So I'm like, you still gotta do something.
Have that faith.
You got faith, but you gotta do something.
You just got to have that faith.
Mm-hmm.
God do the rest.
Mm-hmm.
He said, give my word, give me your word.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the Bible too. Give me your word and I will take care of it. And that's what we have to do, give it to Him.
Mm.
And He'll tell you wonder where it come from, but He will take care of it.
Yeah. Like I say, even when I lost my job and money was just coming here and there, it was just popping up, and it was just enough.
Just enough to make it.
For what I needed.
Okay.
So,
And that's God's work.
But that's a struggle that I've been trying to overcome personally, and I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
You're my rock. You know what I'm saying? There's a song by Jamie Foxx. I'll let you. We're not gonna listen to it today,
right?
But there's a song by Jamie Foxx. I can't listen to it without crying because it makes me think of you, and it makes me think of not having you. Because the song talks about, tell me, have you heard the story that took place not long ago about an angel up in heaven that up and ran away from home? And it, oh my God, a beautiful song. Every time I hear it, I bawl crying.
Oh my God!
Because he got one of the songs he's writing to his mother, who's passed, and he's like talks about when he gets to heaven how he's going to be looking for her. Tell me, have you seen that? And Grandma, I will bawl crying every time I hear that song. But they're beautiful, but they make me think of you.
Look at that.
So but yeah,
and God lets you know things too. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of time, Lee, that I sit in this house. I got diabetes. I got all of it. I got rheumatoid arthritis. But like this morning, and that's one thing I got to tell you too. God woke me up every time that my sugar dropped. The Lord wake me up. He said, take your sugar. I take my sugar. You know how much my sugar was this morning? Was 61. And it's not supposed to be there. I got up. I said, thank you, Jesus. Got up, got in my chair, came in here and made me some orange juice and sugar. And I drank that. And then my sugar started coming up.
Wow.
But God woke me up and let me know my sugar was dropped. He could have let me sleep on. And I would have been gone, maybe. But he woke me up to let me know my sugar was up. And I got up, I took my sugar, took my thing, and it was 61. I said, well, thank you, Jesus. I got up, got in my chair, came out there and fixed me some orange juice. I got it in there just in case I need something. And it's a feeling that I have that then he'll let me know, okay, take your sugar. And I take my sugar and that's it.
That's something else that I hear you say that I never, like for me, they tell you to listen to God, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm hearing anything. Like, what is it like?
You don't hear.
Right.
You don't hear, but it just something come in the mind and say, all right, like take your sugar. Yeah. Okay, and he woke me up. Right. I touched my sugar. That's the first thing I did. Text my sugar. It was 61. So that means if he hadn't never woke me up, I wouldn't have never known. I would have slept.
But I guess we probably do hear him. A lot of us probably do hear him, but we just chalk it up to instinct or something. Like I said, me hanging out with them boys, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. And then the next thing you know, somebody got shot. Ooh, I'm gonna tell, or they got they go to jail. Yeah. I remember one time, and I think he shows up in different ways. I remember one time I was supposed to hang out with a friend from work. I was like, we'll never hang out together, man. Let's go hang out. So. And I remember I was getting ready to go hang out with him. And my girlfriend at the time was like, no, she was trying to keep me home. I'm like, man, you are trying to keep me home. I'm trying to go. So she made me late. So I was going to his house late. And I remember he stayed over there by Child's Park. And I was calling him. I was like, hey, where you live at exactly? Where you? And I'm calling him. And he not picking up.
Keeping you
and then finally somebody picked up the phone and they were like, yeah, he got shot. And but as they're saying that, I ended up on his road. Somebody had did a drive-by in front of his house.
Look at that.
He got shot. Look at that. And if I wouldn't have been late, I would have been there.
You would have been there. But see, God was holding you back. He had that girl, your friend, that tried to keep you from going right there. And it did kept you from going right there. Yep. It saved your life because you could have been right there with it.
And then it was like, I don't know if you remember a little while ago, I was about to get that BMW. And I was like, I'm trying to get this car, Grandma. I'm trying to get this car. Grandma, let me put the car in your name. And I was fighting.
And you so did.
Right. I was fighting for it and I wanted it and I paused. I was like, it's too hard. I say if it was meant for me, it would be easy.
It would have been easy.
So I stopped and you still need to put in my name? I say, no. And right after that is when I lost my job. I say, now if I'd have got that car and then lost my job.
Exactly.
Now I would have been, I wouldn't have been able to handle them payments and all that.
And they would have came and took it away from
So, and I think some of that is life lessons. I'm like, I've learned, because I would keep pushing them. We're going to make this happen.
Each day, we still learn.
Right.
Even though I'm 80, going on 86, even though I'm still learning, it's a lot that I'm doing here, but the Lord is learning me.
Right. Stay at the Lord is learning me. Stay right there. We're gonna pick.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, each day you learn more.
Mm-hmm.
Older you get, the more you learn.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you don't ever think that you get too old you can't learn.
Right.
See, but it's not true. You I don't care how old you get, you learn.
Right.
You learn what God wants you to do. You learn that God is there for you. You learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I know God is here for me.
Mm-hmm.
And He's there for you. So that's why I try to keep trying to tell you about God. Because that's what He wants me to do. Because I always ask Him, Lord, you put the words in my mouth. And He do put the words in my mouth what to say.
Right.
And that's what I do. Mention His name.
Mm-hmm.
Always mention God's name. Just like you say, you can't serve two gods.
Right.
There's a lot of people trying to serve God and the devil.
Mm-hmm.
You either gonna serve him because he allowed the devil to do so much.
Right.
But he allowed the devil to do something so he'll know that you know where to come back to.
Right. Right.
You either follow him, follow the devil, or you come back to him and serve him.
Right.
And that's what it is.
Well, Grandma, we're going to leave it on that note.
We'll leave it on that.
What you want to talk about next time?
I don't know.
You got
whatever God put in my head, whatever God put in our head to talk, we will talk.
Okay, look at that. The phone rang right after it ain't interrupt until we got done.
Look at that.